I started journaling and making small changes in my life. Now I journal and make like bigger changes. And like not everything that I've succeeded at in life up to this point has been because of journaling. But I think that it's part of the process. Like I think it's like I'm working through my problems and I'm using a journal to do that. I've heard this whole like, oh, you should journal about it like my entire life pretty much. Um, but I don't know what like the vibes with my family. They always like frowned upon therapy because they don't believe that they should like let somebody in on their life like that, and they think it's nobody's business, and that like I guess if you have I don't know some raging issue that you should just rage on. Like I don't like it's just like what I don't know. But why was I talking about that? I can't remember why I was talking about that or what I was talking about. Anyway, so basically, I just wanted to talk about like what a journal can do for you and how you can get into it because I've been trying to tell my I don't know if my friends journal, but I've been trying to tell my boyfriend like if you just journal about it, like you're actually gonna like it's like renting space for your thoughts outside of your mind and then just putting them there, you know, and then you just like put them in that space and then you're like this is where you're gonna live. And it's like not taking up space in your brain, I guess. And it's not that you brush it aside, it's that you work through it and you're like, I don't need you here anymore, bye. And you know, every once in a while you cross paths with that space and you see it differently and you're probably able to navigate it a lot easier. And eventually you might even let it back into your mind and because it's so like you're just so unbothered. Like I'm trying to think of something like that for me. There's definitely lots of things that I'm like really unbothered by. Like I used to be so bothered by a person just walking up to you and starting like a conversation or like making a comment or something about like something you're wearing or doing or seeing. I don't know. And like I to the point where I'd be like, what is wrong with these people? Why would you go up to a person? But now I'm like I'm at the point where I've worked through my problems enough that like I kind of just meet people where they're at, which has just smoothed that out for me. So like if some random person comes up and talks to me, I understand that they're the type of person that like likes to kind of just talk to people even if they don't know them. That could never fucking be me. I hate talking to people even if I know them. It's like unless we're having a deep conversation, I don't like talking. Actually, that's such a lie. I love talking, but it has to be like a deep conversation or a shallow one. I also like drama. But I'm just saying like I've never understood. Hi, how are you? Oh my god, I'm doing great. How's your family? It's just like, do you care about their family though? Because I don't think I don't. What? Why would you? Like, I'm the type of person where like I care about everybody's well-being, even if you're a piece of shit. Like, not if you're like killing people or harming people, then I think go die. But if you're like just kind of unlikable and mean, I'm still like, girl, I hope you live long and happy. Like, but that doesn't mean that I want to fuck with you. I don't even want to fuck with a lot of people that I like for too long. I'm like the type of person where I'm like I find the right person and I want to spend like every moment of every day with them and I never get sick of them. But if they're not that person, I'm gonna get sick of you so fucking fast. Like my best friend who lives in BC, I could literally like obviously I don't know if the energy is reciprocated and it's okay if it's not, but she's the type of person that I could literally live with. Like I could have a lavender marriage with her just because like that's my fucking friend. Like that's my fucking friend. That's my fucking friend. Like I love everything about her. So yeah, I have this little journal right here. And I think the first step to like that everyone should know about a journal is like I don't think anyone's ever read my journals and I would die if somebody read my journals because I use that as like a space to be messy and like work my shit out. Like and I'll be really honest about like I guess it's not really problematic thoughts anymore. Like when I started journaling, I'd be like, I really fucking hate this person. I just fucking hate them. I don't even really have a good reason. I just fucking hate them. And like, I didn't even really hate that person. Like, could you imagine if that got out, you know? Like, I just feel like there's, and I've heard this from other people too, so I know I'm not crazy. And I also have intrusive thoughts, so, like, fuck you, bitch. Like, don't get mad at me for what I write in my journal, okay? I'm trying. Started journaling, and I felt like a big fucking idiot. I felt like a big flop tropica demon. Like, fuck my life. I don't even know what that means. I just flopped. I flopped every time that I tried to write. But I kept going because I was like, I don't want to be embarrassed of my own writing, and I don't want to be able to, like, not recall my day or something like that, you know? Or, like, I want to be able to, like, practice gratitude if I can, you know? And, like, for me, it's like, I kind of need to have something physical to make me remember something. Like, I don't know how to explain that really. It's like, I can't just, like, watch a video where somebody's like, this is how this works, and I'm like, oh, this is how this works, unless it's like a swing, I don't know, like a swing at a park. Like, that's simple, right? But if you're talking to me about, oh, the word nuance, girl, it took me like 4 years to understand what that word meant. And it's not because I was like not understanding like the words that I was seeing. It's because when you added up all those words, it didn't really mean much. It didn't really explain anything. Like, actually, where's my phone? Let's look up the definition for nuance. Nuance, a subtle difference in or shade of meaning, expression, or sound. And I'm like, and then I look up what is nuance in simple terms. A subtle or slight difference in meaning, sound, feeling, or appearance that isn't always obvious but adds depth. I don't know, like, I now that I understand the word nuance, I can like piece it together, but that's not a definition. I'm sorry, that's not a definition whatsoever. And if you disagree, that's fine. I think it's like subtraction with me. I can't do subtraction. And it's not even because I'm stupid. It's just because I can't remember the order that they go in. So I'm like, and when I make this example, sometimes I get it right, and people are like, no, you get it. And I'm like, no, that was a guess. So I'll be like, 3 minus 4 is either -1 or 1. And I don't know which one it is. And 4 minus 3, same thing. Like, I don't know, and I don't know how the fuck you do. It doesn't make sense. It's like the only reason I know the difference between January and February is because they don't switch. They come one after the other. And then when you get to like June and July, again, they don't switch. But what am I talking about? I don't know. I started journaling when I was about like 18, 19, and I just wanted to I just wanted to be better. Like, I've always wanted to be better, like even when I was younger and didn't have any resources to like better myself or any influences to better myself. I was just constantly like, what the fuck is life? How do we make this better? How do we fight against all this depressing nothingness? But yeah, so I started journaling because I just wanted I like the main problem that I had was that I didn't feel my feelings. I was aware of them, but I didn't feel them, so I couldn't like progress through them. And so I was just kind of like helpless and stuck and like going in this like circle. And then so that's when I started writing, and I would just talk about my day. And then I realized like shortly after, you completely forget about how like embarrassing or not embarrassing your own writing is, or like how maybe you feel shame talking about certain traumas and stuff like that. You completely forget about that once you find a good way to talk about your problems. Like, I'm just on the journal bitching. Like, I'm just bitching. That's all. That's literally it. And like, there's positive bitching, there's negative bitching. I'm just rambling and I'm going off, and I love it. Like, it feels free. Like, and I think it's because we always have to, like, I don't know. I think the like force of structure in like a young child's life can like ruin them, cuz like I can't do structure. Like, it fucking ruined me. And like, I'm starting to get to a point where I notice that I need structure to reach like a higher level of like operating, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't have enough energy to be operating on the level of like a successful artist who's doing like YouTube and other stuff too. So I just need to like build myself up to be able to handle so much more like work, you know? And like, I've been doing that for the last half year with like fucking 3 jobs, working from like 8 in the morning to like sometimes 8 at night, earliest like 6 at night. And I like, I don't know, like obviously I don't like working fucking for Instacart and like a office cleaning job. Um, but it's like my thing. It works for me, so it's more enjoyable. I feel, I don't know. It's hard for me to talk about jobs, and I feel like nobody gets me when I say this, but why the fuck would you like your job? Like, and I'm not talking about people who chase their dreams. If you chased your dreams and succeeded, you're not working a job. Like maybe people refer to it as a job because it's a thing you do and you get paid for it, but you're living your dream. You're living your dream. I wish I was living my dream. I mean, a lot of my dream has come true. Like, just the fact that I'm surrounded by all this stuff in the background right now, it means so much to me. So, yeah, I haven't really been talking much about journals, but it's just like, I guess that's the point. It's just like, journals have helped me understand my life so much better. I like just getting your fucking thoughts in your head on a piece of paper, it makes them like lighter and sometimes they just disappear. Like I used to like have these feelings where I was like, I'm not good enough, nobody likes me, like imposter syndrome, but I haven't even succeeded at anything, so I'm literally just having imposter syndrome about being a human being. Also, when I say I haven't succeeded at anything, I'm talking about like in society's lens. I feel like incredibly successful with what I've accomplished already. And I just don't think that we value the small successes that like young adults literally like they get for themselves. Like they go for it. And like I was talking to my best friend today and we were talking on TikTok and I was just like, I genuinely am so pissed off at like anyone I see around my age who's just not working through their problems. Like it's the reason that everything is so bad. So I'm kind of like, how do we make this mindset like extinct? Like how do we do eugenics with a mindset? And also while we're at it, let's figure out like the pedophile thing. Like what the fuck is that about? Like why are they all into children? Um anyway, manifesting money. So yeah, I genuinely believe that you can turn your life around just by journaling. Like there's other things too, but like those things will just come naturally when you journal. Like you'll journal about a problem that you're having and then you'll be brainstorming ideas and then you'll think of an idea that you haven't done yet and then you'll have to do that new thing. And sometimes you get to like build up the courage to do it, which is when I suggest you um, manifest with affirmations. Like write down 5 affirmations. I am beautiful. I am effervescent. I am flawless. No, don't do that. I mean, do that if you want, but that's not really going to help you in any way. I am confident. I am capable of doing anything I set my mind to. I am trying. I am feeling. Like, think about things that actually help us progress because I am beautiful. That's not going to help you progress in a meaningful way. You're maybe going to be able to, like, use your looks to, like, get free things or, like, get opportunities. But you're not all that fucking capable if you have to rely on your looks. So, journal, babes, journal. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say. This is a big fucking ad for journaling, by the way. I think we should all do it. Um, I've got my boyfriend to journal like twice, I feel. And I'm just like, I'm not trying to be like, no, you have to. I'm like, every time he just has like an issue that he's kind of struggling with, I'm like, what about that book and pen though? What about that book and pen though? Pen, pineapple, apple pen. I have to go to fucking Walmart later. If you like the video, you know what to do. Sorry, I don't know why I'm being so weird. This is the thing I do. I play like a million characters. I have a million different laughs. Oh, that was my Jennifer Coolidge. It's terrible. But it's there. It's there. Um, that's really all I have to say. If you guys like this video, thank you. Okay, actually, I have. Oh, hold up. This is. Okay, by the way, I have one more thing that I want to say because I wrote this down and I felt like it was very profound, I guess. Um, I grew up feeling like shit. okay? And I didn't really know what the fuck was going on. I just knew that I did not relate with anyone that I was seeing in society. All I saw was a bunch of adults being neglectful and abusive to children, aka my peers and myself. And then I saw teachers defending that behavior. I saw teachers enforcing that behavior. Teachers are fucking assholes in my world, for the most part. I know that there are good ones, but there's a good teacher in my elementary school who was also later in my high school, and then another good teacher in my high school. But the thing is, neither of them even attempted to help me, and I was clearly struggling like a lot. So as much as they're good teachers, they were awful for me. And um, so yeah, I was a response, but now I'm a person, which basically just means I was brought into this life, and my parents told me, this is how you do this, this is how you do this, this is how you do this, this is how you do this. They didn't explain anything to me whatsoever, so I didn't understand anything. Everything I did, I didn't understand. Growing up, just was my parents' responses to things. Like, they told me how to respond to things, they told me how to act. And if I didn't do that, then they would just get mad at me and like yell at me and intimidate me. And so that's why I feel like I wasn't a child, I was a response, and now I'm a person. And I'm exploring my interests like that I wasn't able to explore in my childhood. That's why you see all this crazy stuff around me. Like after this video, I'm gonna go through this list of DVDs, take out all the ones I haven't seen, and then watch them this weekend. My life is a movie, or a lot of them. I don't know how many of these I haven't seen yet. I just collect because I'm a collector. So the last part of this video, I'm cursing you with a Ouija board. Just kidding. It's not real. It's like there were like mints in it or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, if you feel like a response and not a person, journaling can help you. And also, please look for other people like yourself, because that was a huge reason for me getting out of this stuff, was hearing what other people have done to fix their problems. But at the end of the day, it's not always going to work for you what works for somebody else. So journaling is still very important in figuring out who you are and what you are and what you're doing, you know? What you are sounds demeaning. That's not what I meant. You know what I mean though, I hope. I hope you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to go now. And remember, to be cringe is to be free. At this point in the world, with all the politics going on, we're literally going to have a fucking... Wait, what's it called? A RuPaul's Drag Race lip sync for your life, but instead of people battling for the countries, we're battling for the national anthem. Because you know how everyone's like, oh, it's time to sing the national anthem. That's happening in every country. Nobody talks about how you're singing the American national anthem. You're singing the Canadian national anthem. So we're going to war, and we're going to see which national anthem can fuck. Which one of them fucks.